Welcome to Brag Radio, which is all about being rich and generous. Every week, your hosts Kandas and best-selling author Larry Goins will show you how to be rich and generous by investing in real estate. Broadcasting around the world on the Brag Radio Network from the flagship station WBT in beautiful uptown Charlotte, here are your hosts, the rock stars of real estate, Kandas and Larry.
What's happening?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. Good job, Chad. Good job.
Thank you.
The man, the legend,
Can we
and the
hear
myth.
a little bit of radio voice?
Thank you very much.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. That's great.
It's my favorite thing ever.
So I hope everybody's been well. We're back from a 3-day. We had a 3-day event last weekend.
No, not
in
last
Charlotte.
weekend.
In Charlotte. It wasn't, well, the weekend before that.
Weekend before last.
That's what I meant. They tend
Say what you mean, sir. Say what you mean.
They run together for me because I'm always on the road, off the road. You know, I mean, you keep me away from home.
Are you whining? Is this whining that I'm hearing? It
No.
sounds like whining. Chad, what do you hear?
I hear a little violin.
Whining. Whining.
Wah, 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 wah. That's funny.
Poor thing. Poor little thing. He's got to be on the road all the time.
Is this gang up on Larry
bless
Day?
his heart. And it's only a minute and 25 seconds in.
That's funny. So we're supposed to be talking about real estate, right?
We're supposed to.
That's what this show is all about. Be rich and generous, Brag Radio.
Right.
We teach you how to invest in real estate, whether it's active or passive. Either one doesn't matter to us. We can teach you if you want to go out and flip a bunch of houses, if you want to be a real estate day trader like the book I wrote, Getting Started in Real Estate Day Trading, or if you want to flip HUD houses or whatever you want to do, or if you want to just be a passive investor, just write a check and then have mailbox money coming in, right? We could teach you either one, right?
Yeah.
That's all you got? Wait a minute, that's all you got? Come on. What's the matter with you?
Yes, we can teach you either. And put a smile on your face while you're doing it.
That's all you, and you even got the Texas hair today, right? The big hair.
Yeah, you know what, though? It doesn't like humidity. Doesn't like rain.
Which is what we got today.
Yeah, always looks better when, like, before I leave my house in my own lighting.
Your own light. It's like that Seinfeld episode where the girl was either good looking or ugly based on the lighting.
Yes, yes, it's a real thing.
I'm not saying that about you. I'm just saying. You know.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. It just came up all of a sudden right now.
Well, you mentioned lighting. So.
Anyway. About real estate.
Yeah. I want to share, first I want to share a little tip with you guys, right? It's something that we started implementing in our office, and I'm really, really excited about it, and I want to share about it. There's a lot of people out there that have habits that you either...
I want to get this on.
I want to share. I want to share. Like, this ain't swap and shop.
I'd like to get this tip on.
All right. So anyway, every morning we have a morning meeting. We have a morning meeting.
Every morning
we
have a morning
Monday,
meeting.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
Yes.
And we have some kind of training. I don't know if it'll be sales training or if it'll be, just motivational or life or something like that. And then we have a short devotion. Somebody in the organization does it, and then we close with a prayer. But we do this every single morning, all right? And one thing that I learned a long, long time ago, I forget where I even heard it, but it was called the Rubber Band Reprimand. Remember that?
You forget where you heard it?
Was it from you?
Yeah.
Oh, it was you're the one that told me?
Most things he forgets where they come from, they're from me. Just so y'all know.
Listen, I know I was doing it back in the
either
80s
me,
before you were born.
It's either me, a Jim Rohn.
So you're like right up there with all of my
Grant
philosopher. It was either Grant Cardone, Jim Rohn, Jesus, or you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Or from a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, you can't forget them. You can't leave them out.
I know, right? I know I was doing it in the 80s.
We heard the Rubber Band Reprimand. Whenever it came back around, we heard about it at the same time. We were like, oh, that's a good idea.
So here's the thing. If you have something that you're either trying to do or not do, like maybe it was like mine was. We went through and we've got about a dozen people at the office, right? And we wanted to I ask everybody. I said,
a dozen
what,
or 15.
about 7 or 3, about 5 or 11, about 5 or 11 people. People always ask, how many people do you have working for you? My standard answer is about half of them.
It's so easy. If you guys only knew, do you see how easy it is for me to take him off track when we're in here? This is all day, every day, all day.
You're right. Oh. So anyway, so we went around the room and I had everybody tell me what is one thing that you would like to either stop doing or do that, throughout the day, if you catch yourself doing it, you can reprimand yourself. And we got these big rubber bands. Look, I still have mine on my wrist right here.
I don't.
Right?
I took a shower since then. I don't have mine on.
I left mine on in the shower, okay? That's why you can barely read what it says.
Sure,
right?
sure.
So, saying I don't shower? Anyway.
Saying mine's not on anymore.
Anyway, listen, this is a really good idea. I'm trying to share here, okay? And you keep pulling me off track. You know how I am. So we went around the room and people were saying things like mine was, I want to check my email no more than 3 times a day because I find myself on email all the time. I mean, an email, whoa, hey, and you know how I get distracted. Here's a sale on Amazon.
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know what kind of email you would get that would make you make that sound.
It wasn't
But all right. We'll just go with it.
Easy now.
Ooh, a sale on Amazon.
Or whatever. Or here's a house for sale, right?
Sure.
Price drop on Zillow, right?
Sounds more appropriate.
That was a weird sound I made, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving right along.
Mine was only do one thing at a time. No multitasking.
Yeah, because you're horrible at it.
I am.
Yeah.
If you read the book, The One Thing,
so how many
you'll
times?
understand.
How many times do you find yourself? Now, here's what you do. It's the rubber band reprimand. You put a rubber band around your wrist, and anytime you find yourself doing what you said you don't want to do, you pull it out as far as you can and you let go, right? And snap your wrist. And
but see,
hurts.
mine didn't have a quota on it. It wasn't like you can catch yourself 3 times multitasking before you pop yourself, like yours says. I had to snap myself from the very beginning, from like the first thing. And you were like, "Oh, I got one more time. I got 2 more times."
Yeah, but it's email. You got to check your email at least a couple times, right, Chad?
At least every 3 minutes.
See,
no, right?
No.
So morning, noon, and at the end of the day, right?
Sure.
That's when I should check it. But see, I have it open on my computer. So like whenever I move screens, I'm like, boom, there it is. Oh, great. Here I got to snap this thing. Ow. Right? So, and you said 3 times?
You said 3 times. That's your quota.
Yeah.
I didn't have a quota.
You didn't have any.
No, it
but
was
see,
the
3
first
times
time
is
right
not
off the
too
bat.
many. 3 times is not too many. But the goal and the key is, okay, the key is to find something that you realize that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing, or, I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about business stuff, time management, all that good stuff. So find something like that, and then come up with an idea, and then put the rubber band on and snap it. It makes you think. It really
does make you think.
How many times have you snapped your own wrist since
I don't
we started
know.
doing it? And we started doing it when, Monday or Tuesday of this past week?
Yeah, Tuesday. And I don't know how many times I snapped myself with the first day. It was a lot because I'm constantly pulled in multiple directions and having to stop what I'm doing to handle a fire more or less that's going on. So I had to do it a lot that first day, but not so much yesterday. No, I haven't had to do it so much today or Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're even doing it on the weekends.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you.
Well, it starts getting in your head. Thanks, Chad, for laughing at me. It starts getting in your head, and I don't have to do that much stuff at home, but, it's always there now.
We got to take a break here in just a minute, but when we come back, there was one person that gave themselves up to 10 times before.
You're
And we're
gonna
going to
call
talk
her
all
out on
about
the
that.
radio.
You guys do not want to miss this. This was
not gonna be happy with you.
hilarious.
She's not going to be happy
That's
with you.
okay. We're going to make
You
sure
guys-
she is listening.
you
This
guys
is
give,
Candace's mom we're talking about.
You guys give 877-LARRY-GO a call and get your investor's kit. I can get the digital version out to your email or have a physical version ready for you to pick up at the office. We can talk about the next upcoming 3-day office tours, our mentoring programs, anything you want. Give me a call, 877-LARRY-GO. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Frag Radio. Investing in real estate to be rich and generous. We're supposed to talk about real estate on the show. Last segment we talked about Rubber Band Reprimand on Larry's mind since he initiated it this week.
I love it. I love it. We used to do that when I was a stockbroker years ago. Right?
It does work.
In the 80s.
It does work. I'll give it to you.
It really
But
does work.
I'm telling you, if you say what you're getting ready to say, that this little story you're getting ready to go into, she's not going to be happy. She ain't
It's
gonna be
okay.
happy.
It's
All
okay.
right. I'm
You don't
just
have to
telling you.
tell her it's coming. She don't listen to you anyway on the radio.
She doesn't.
Mama don't listen to you.
I know.
right?
Isn't that sad?
I know.
She
Your
should be
mother-in-law
ashamed.
does.
She does, yes.
Yeah, that's good. So so we went around the room and everybody picked this thing. And you were talking about, I got to do something 3 times before, the email, 3 times. So your mom, the thing she picked out, she didn't have to start the Rubber Band Reprimand until she hit 10.
Right.
And her 10 was not saying any explicitives.
That's right. But she doesn't say any bad ones. Like, Chad, I know we've talked how my mother is the salt of the earth and everything on this show. And it's not like she says the bad ones. And she actually has created
She makes
her
up her own. She makes up her own. In fact, the funniest part of this was she was sitting there explaining. She's like, I want to try to not say this as much anymore. And I said, well, what are some of those things you say anyway? And she said one. I said, that's 9. And then she immediately said another one. I said, that's 8.
He tricked her out of 2 of them. He tricked her out of 2.
And I think that day, what'd she say? How many times did she have to snap
She
her
had
wrist?
to snap. Well, I was with her that night because we had gone to that. We had to go to the hospital after that, and she had to snap it when we were at the hospital. What was so funny?
She was doing it even after work.
Yeah,
That's good
we had
for
gone
her.
to dinner with my aunt, and my aunt, she said one at dinner, and my aunt's like, "There's another one."
So she told your aunt what was going on.
Yeah, because she was like, "Why do y'all have these rubber bands on your arms?" Like, all right, here we go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love it.
she couldn't
I love
hide from it after that. It was
I
everywhere.
Love it. That's cool. That's
Hey,
cool.
what did we have happen this week in properties?
We had a lot going on. We got
Let's do a little bit of news for the people.
news you can use.
News
Is that
for the
original?
people.
That's not original, is
That-
it?
No, it's
that's
not.
original. Is it at least from WBT?
No.
How about some Larry's Learning? Is that original?
That is, yes.
Okay. Let's get to some Larry's Learning on real estate.
All right. What's happened this week? Let's let them know what's happened in the office
All
this
right,
week
so
with
we
our
got
properties.
we got a couple of HUD properties offers accepted on HUD properties down in Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. In Georgia,
There were 2, right?
I think we're going to end up dropping one. We may even end up dropping both of them. I'm not sure. But we did get a couple of HUD offers accepted. I mean, the one, it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was listed for. I think it was listed for like 70 or 80,000, and we got it for like 30 or 40,000. But the problem is, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay,
Yeah.
One of the things now many of you guys know there's 2 ways to do real estate. You can go deep or go wide. In other words, if you want to buy just in, say, the Charlotte MSA, metropolitan statistical area, you can go deep. But if you're going to go deep, if you're going to stay in one central area, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do Craigslist, Zillow, Realtor.com, bandit signs, bird dogs, property locators. You're going to have to do direct mail, pay-per-click advertising, just a lot of different sources of properties. We choose to go wide, right? In other words, you widen out your geographical area,
Right.
and then that way you don't have to do 11 different things, right?
Right.
So we can do HUD, and we can do Zillow, or Ziller, as we say in South Carolina.
You say that. You are the only person that I hear it
Okay,
from.
Ziller, as I say. And then maybe some direct mail
Yeah.
or Facebook advertising, right?
Right.
So here's a good key thing I wanted to mention. Even though we go wide, there's some properties that are in just too small of a town for us to buy, right?
We like kind of an established area. Like super rural though is not going to work from a rural. We're not going to be able to get the traffic there to resell it or to lease it.
Here's the key. You want to be about 15 to 20 miles from a Walmart. That's it right there.
Why are you looking at me like
I'm just telling you?
This is the golden rule. Did you see that look he gave me? What was that? What was that? From
I think you're supposed to write that one down.
From a Walmart.
Yes. From a El Walmarto.
From the Walmart.
From
you got
El
to
Walmarto.
be 5 to 20 miles
I was in
from
Mexico
the
one
Walmart.
time. I don't speak Spanish, and I'm in Mexico
How
one
well?
time.
Ask me
looking
how I know.
for a Walmart. I'm like, we pull up. And there's some people on the street corner. I should have known right then. But we pull up, and I said, ¿Dónde está el Walmarto?
So glad he was.
Yeah. Roll them up.
Speedway, they don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Speed away. All right. So you want to be about 15, 20 miles from a Walmart, right? Another good indicator is 15 to 20 miles from a Home Depot or Lowe's, right? So, because that's where you can market and advertise your properties for sale, right? Mm-hmm, so we got 2 HUD deals this week. We sold a couple of houses. We sold one in Florence we've had a while.
Right.
And we sold one in Allander we've had a while.
Those were our oldest 2 properties. They've been on the books, 5? I think we've talked about them before being kind of problem properties. You guys know everything, if you do this long enough, you're going to lose money on something. But,
so both of these houses, one of them we had 38 in, the other one we had 39-ish in, and we're selling them both for 35 each.
You got to get them off the books. There comes a
Just
point in
move
time
on.
when you got to just get what you can get and go.
Hey, it's time to fish or cut bait, right? What are we going to do? Let's get her done, right?
And we decided to sell these for 35 and just move them.
Yeah, just get them out of inventory, right?
Yeah.
Get the money back in the account.
Yeah.
Because we needs our money.
Well, we need to be able to do more deals. So.
Yeah. Exactly. So we did sell those 2 houses. We also got another house that we got under contract to buy in, I don't remember where it was. It's somewhere near Goldsboro or Grifton area. We've got a couple houses out there already.
It is Goldsboro.
No, we have another one that we just got in a very similar area. I think we're paying 70 for it, and we're selling it for like $89,900 or something like that.
Okay.
But it's a good fix and flip house.
Okay.
It's a good fix and flip house, so we're wholesaling that one. And there's a lot of price drops going on.
For those that maybe not know, what do you mean when you say you're wholesaling it?
Look at Chad jumping in.
Oh, look at you
Yes.
go, Chad.
Yeah.
The man, the legend, and the myth right there.
Loving the jump in.
Loving the jump in.
Jump in.
So wholesaling is basically
Or the
where
pop in.
we
should
get
call it
paid.
the pop in. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
The
You mean kind
pop-in.
of like you just did.
Kind of like on Seinfeld, don't they say pop in?
Yeah, they don't
Not
like
a fan
the
of
pop
the
in.
pop in. Yeah. I love the pop in. That's what we're gonna call it, the pop in.
All right.
For you, not for people to stop by the house.
I love Seinfeld. I watched the episode this morning. Oh, see, I'm getting off track.
Wholesale.
Thanks, Chad. So
We're almost halfway through.
we get paid as a professional negotiator where we're making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of offers. We find that one gem of a deal that we get under contract at a deep, deep discount, and then we add a little bit of money to it and pass it along to somebody who is either going to fix and flip it, or they're going to fix it up and rent it out, or like the person we sold the Allander house to, right, that we had to sell at a discount, or at a loss, I should say.
Yeah, it's a loss.
They're gonna fix it up. They're a handy person. They're gonna do the work themselves. They got $35,000 cash. They're gonna fix it up and move into it, right?
Yeah.
So as a
And
wholesaler,
it does put them in a good position. I mean, it was bad.
yeah.
It was a bad deal for us.
ARV or after repaired value is $70,000 on that house, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't need that much work. It's still going to put the buyer in a good position. That's moving in with some equity.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It is good.
So we got several houses under contract this week. Got 2 houses under contract to sell this week, and
And we got to take a break.
Really?
So if you guys
So
want to
tell
know
them about
more,
the investor's kit.
I'm trying to, Mr. Poppin. If you guys want to know what's in the investor's kit or want to get a copy for yourself, you can give me a call, 877-LARRY-GO. You can also text 803-897-6063. Text the word BRAG, B-R-A-G, to 803-897-6063, and you can get a copy of the Digital Investors Kit that way as well. Both of Larry's books, some additional training, things like that. But give me a call, 877-LARRY-GO, if you want to talk about our mentoring programs, our upcoming 3-day events, taking an office tour, coming by meeting everybody, or picking up the physical Investors Kit. We'll be right back. And we're back. Aren't you loving it?
I do.
I was talking to the people, not to you.
Loving what? Oh, the stories?
No, the people listening.
Oh, good. So what were we talking about? We're talking about the deals we got this past week.
Yeah,
the
the Georgia deals.
We got 3 houses under
Daniel's
contract,
selling.
2 HUDs, 1 non-HUD.
Oh, busy week.
Oh, let me tell you about this other deal that we're working. Listen.
Is this
Troy,
the FISBO deal? Are you going to go through the FISBO deal?
Oh my gosh, this is good.
You know, Chad, how sometimes when you just get something that clicks, right? You've got a person and you're seeing some potential with that, and then all of a sudden this opportunity just like opens up, and you're like, man, this guy's perfect for this seat. Well, we moved somebody in the company to a new seat, and that's what has happened.
So
it's
Troy,
like
who
an
works,
epiphany moment.
He's
Troy,
turned
who
that
works-
seat into a throne.
Almost. He's getting there. Yeah.
Troy, who works in our office as an acquisition manager, an MLS acquisition manager, right? So in other words, he's calling realtors all day long, making offers on MLS houses. Well, during one of the morning devotions, he got to talking about in a previous career.
He got on a roll.
Yeah, he was talking about he used to sell rainbow vacuum cleaners. I'm like,
It was
man.
not rainbow.
Okay, it was, what's the other one? Kirby.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Kirby. It was one of the high-dollar vacuum cleaners, right?
Just get the story straight.
It was a door-to-door, high-ticket item vacuum cleaner, right? Anyway, so he got to talking about how they sell them and how they do the demonstration and they have to close the sale and all that. I'm telling you, anybody that can sell vacuum cleaners door to door, that is a closer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're a hammer closer. They're a salesperson, right? You got to be.
They can have coffee.
They can have coffee. Coffee is for them.
Coffee is for closers, right? So that's really good. So I love that. We're talking about the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, right?
You're getting
I'm
sidetracked.
digressing.
Back to Troy.
So Troy's talking about all the different things they do to make sales to sell a $2,000 vacuum cleaner, right? So during this meeting, I'm like, man, Troy is a closer. He's a salesman. He doesn't need to be making offers on MLS properties, shooting over emails and talking to realtors. He needs to be going directly to the sellers, right? To talk to the sellers. So
In-home
so
buying.
as soon as the meeting was over, I ran in your office, didn't I?
Before it was over, he's like looking at me like this. Like, are you hearing this? I know you listening to us can't see that, but you people watching us can. But he's like, keeps looking over at me during the meeting. And I can feel it, and I know what's coming. And so after the meeting, I just go to my office, and then, like, here, right behind me, here he comes in, closes the door. I think Troy's in the wrong seat.
He needs to be selling the seller, right?
Right.
He needs to be
In
selling
home
the
buying.
seller. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I am a firm believer in sales. If you have a good product, a good service, if you can help somebody, you have an obligation to close them and sell them, right?
You know you're going to help them, yeah.
If you know you're going to help them, and listen, they can always say no. Whether it's a seller selling a house or somebody buying something, doesn't really matter. They can always say no.
That's right.
But immediately, I mean, I talked to Kandas about it, and she agreed. And then we talked to Troy about it. He's like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Tell him about the deal. the deal.
Okay, let's talk about the deal. Let's talk about the deal, right?
That's the best part.
As I'm wringing my hands. So this guy had come to our website and opted in about selling his property. And the guy was wanting $49,900 for this house, okay? It's a little brick house in Columbia, South Carolina. I don't know why every time I say Columbia, I say it like that. like South America.
I don't know that there's anybody in Colombia that says it like
Colombia, right?
Not the people that I've met.
Anyway, so the house is in Columbia, South Carolina. It's rented out. It's got a tenant in it, paying $500 a month.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it has been rented as high as $700 a month, but now it's rented for $500 a month. So anyway, Troy's on the phone with him. He's pulling up comps, while he's on the phone with him, looking at it, and the guy's asking $50,000, $49,900.
Yep, $49,900.
It's bringing in $500 a month. A lot of people think, or a lot of people will say, you should be able to, your house should be worth 1%. Your rent should be 1% of what you paid. So $550,000, that's 1%, right? So Troy's on the phone, and I teach this, and he knows this. If you're not embarrassed by your offer, it's too high, right?
Right.
So Troy says, based on what I'm seeing, based on pulling up the comps, the comparable sales, and what I'm seeing, he said, I don't think we can probably go much more than 10 or 20. And you know what the first thing the guy said was?
I know.
I'll take 20. Right? I'll take 20. I mean, he goes from 50 to 20 just like that, right?
It was crazy.
The story's not over.
I know, but that part.
But wait, there's more.
And in addition to that,
it was so awesome. He was so excited. Troy's like, wait, what?
So he went out to look at the house. Him and Dan, actually, because Dan has to sell it, right? He's our sales guy, or excuse me, our asset manager. Dan disposes of all of our assets. So he and Dan went out there, and there's some kind of a plumbing type issue or something where the clean out is backed up and they have to root out the sewer drain line or whatever. So they had somebody go out and look at it. It looks like it's going to cost $3,000 or $4,000 to fix it permanently. The guy says that, hey, I can root it out or whatever you call it.
You can make it work. Yeah.
Make it work. You have to do it every once in a while. So whenever Troy calls him back, he says, look, I don't know. I mean, with all these plumbing problems and everything, I just don't know. I'm probably going to need to be around, 5 or 10, maybe 15. The guy says, I'll take 15. Right? He goes from 50 to 20 to 15 like that in 2 phone calls, right? So now, here's where we are, right? The guy went out there, looked at the plumbing and everything, and he's writing up an estimate to send over to us. We're going to send it to the guy, and I really believe we can get it for under 10. And then we'll just wholesale it to another landlord. That there'll be enough spread there that the landlord can replace that pipe $3,000 or $4,000, and he's got a tenant already in place paying $500.
Solid. The tenant is solid in the property now with it as is. They don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, they don't want to go anywhere.
They're going to be happy if somebody can fix the plumbing.
They want to stay.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you in this? Are you in this show?
I am.
Are you in this show?
I'm the one telling the story, aren't I?
Are you checking emails?
Dan just sent me a flower. What does this mean?
Are you checking emails?
He sent me a picture. Dan, our
sales guy.
Our sales guy. Asset manager. Listen to this. This is good. The greatest good you can do for another is not just share your riches, but reveal to him his own riches. That's really good, isn't it? Why would he send that to me?
It's prophetic.
It is.
You just heard you talking about him on the radio.
I can't. He must have. Dan, I can't take this call right now.
Stop calling him.
He's trying to call me, right? He's probably not even listening, right?
I don't know if he's listening or not.
So, anyway, guys, let me tell you something. There's deals out there. People say we're in a seller's market. I mean, and we really are in a seller's market, right?
Right, but it all depends on somebody's situation. I mean, you never know what somebody's going through. We have no idea what the seller of this house is facing. Apparently, he needs money. And he knows there's a bottom line that he needs.
And he needs it fast.
And he needs it now, yeah. And we're going to be able to accommodate that.
He's what we call a motivated seller.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for when you're buying properties. You're looking for a motivated seller. Not somebody that wants to sell, but somebody that needs to sell.
That's exactly right.
That's right. Somebody who needs to sell. Guys, we have an event coming up in in St. Louis. Right?
St. Louis next, yes.
St. Louis, and then after that it's Portland, and then after that it's DFW, Hartford, Connecticut.
Charlotte again, and then Tampa.
All over
We got
the
them all over the place.
So we got one coming up in St. Louis.
Yes.
You can go to LarryGoinsLive.com to register. just pay a $97 seat reservation fee so we know you're going to show up. We're going to give that money back to you.
If it's your first time, you get it back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't want
if
you...
it's our first date, you get it back.
glomming onto us forever, coming to all of our events for free. Let us show you we got some learning.
You got to pay to play at some point.
Let us show you we got some learning. Call Kandas and get the free investors kit. Or just, ask information about the event and that stuff. Right, Kandas?
Yeah. We can get you signed up for the St. Louis event. That 3 days coming up in April. Definitely take care of that for you. 877-LARRY-GO. You can also get the digital investors kit sent to you via email by letting me know the same on 877-LARRY-GO. You can also text the word BRAG to 803-897-6063, and it'll be sent out to you as well that way. If you have any questions about anything, you can give me an email to info@bragradio.com, or if you just want to chat, 877-LARRY-GO. Welcome back to Brag Radio. Always my favorite segment here, fourth segment, always. Love it.
All Van Halen segments are my favorite.
You're so funny. He wouldn't even have to do the show if he just listened to Van Halen. Come in the studio and you and him sit and listen to Van Halen.
I know, right? That'd be awesome, wouldn't
fun,
it?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
No. So anyway, like I said, fourth segment. So this gives us a chance here on Brag Radio, if you guys are listening to us for the first time, to talk to students or highlight students that are investing in real estate, just like we do, like how we've taught them to do. So this week we have Joseph with us.
What's happening, Joseph?
Yes, hi.
How are you, sir?
Hi, guys. I'm just great. How are you?
I am doing awesome. Good. We're doing great. Sorry that Helen couldn't be with us on the live on the radio today, but we really, really appreciate you taking your time out. Guys, Joseph and Helen, his wife, are our Inner Circle Apprentice program students, and they're out there just crushing it. They're rocking and rolling, and I'm just so proud of what they're doing. I'm just so impressed. And so, Joseph, tell our listeners a little bit about who is Joseph.
Honestly saying, we started doing real estate pretty long time ago, and we bought our first house about 19 years ago. In November, it's going to be 19 years. And it was in the regular way. We got mortgage in the bank, put our money as a down payment, and so on and so on. And then we've been to many coaches, and we heard a lot of different approaches, but we did not like all of them. Right. We pick up some from other coaches, but we did not like completely approach. And only when we actually met Larry, and this is not compliment, this is true. Okay, so we realized that this is actually what we were looking for, a program like that. And we started doing exactly what Larry says, buying houses, cash with other people's money, and selling it either for cash or with owner financing. And so, like, recently, on Friday, actually, we sold one house for cash, and we were selling it with owner financing. And we got a call from one lady, and she asked us how much we want if she would put $5,000 down, then $10,000, then $15,000, then $20,000. And so I did not even know when she's going to be stopping.
Wow, that's great.
And so then she told me, okay, now let's come to the point. If I'll pay you all cash, so how much would you give it to me? So we negotiated a little bit, and so we agreed. They were completely ready, wired deposit money to attorney. So in a week, I believe, we closed.
That's
and
awesome.
So we bought that house. Maybe it was hot house.
A hot
and
house.
We bought it maybe like a week before, maybe
Right.
even less, before we got her offer and deposit.
That's awesome.
So it was really nice. It's not, unfortunately, not every deal goes this way, but it was nice. It was nice. Another, we sold the house with owner financing. It's actually what we like. We do like this owner financing, and people do appreciate it. And so we were selling one house in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and it was double white mobile home like Larry loves.
Right, like Larry loves.
He does
That's
love
funny.
them.
By the way, Larry, that house, what I'm talking about, it
Right.
was the house I was telling you, which is with sides to the roof. You remember I sent you this?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you don't like when house on the side to the roof, so not front.
Uh-huh.
So it was that
The
house.
side of the house. To the
Oh,
road.
the side. Yeah, it was turned sideways. It wasn't facing the road like it should be.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And we are getting calls because we put a lot of signs. We actually pass by. We put a lot of signs over there, and we are getting calls till now.
That's awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, till now. And what actually just puzzled us, we put one sign close to Walmart, and we thought that it was Saturday, for Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday, definitely somebody will take it off. So
Wow.
we got called today, and I asked her, where did you see the sign? She told me, oh, it's just next to Walmart.
Next to Walmart. That's awesome. I
There you
love
go.
it.
And I was really surprised. Yeah, so, and we were selling, I'm sorry, I started to tell that we were selling one house. It's exactly like Larry says, needs cosmetic, needed flooring, needed painting, nothing more, nothing major. And it was absolutely ugly piece of the floor in the living room. And I cannot even imagine who created this story. Absolutely ugly. And we were talking with my wife, and I actually suggested that let's get rid of this because it's really ugly. As soon as you are getting in, it would scare me. And we were thinking, okay, maybe yes, maybe no. So we got a call from one lady with her husband on the phone, and so they negotiated very hardly. They negotiated $900. We were selling it for $79.9, and they told us, okay, maybe $79 is gonna be $1,000, gonna be okay. We hesitated and told them, yeah, okay.
So they got a $900 discount.
$900 discount.
That's awesome.
It's not the end of the story. Then he told us, I love this floor.
Oh no!
I
He
love
loved
the floor. I'm just going to shellac it.
He
Just going
loved
to shellac the plywood.
The floor that scared Joseph. This guy loved. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It was very scary to me, So I love this floor. And so what is interesting, he was he told us that he is 35 years in flooring business. So this is why he told us, I'm going to change everything. So what he loved from this floor, I don't know. But so he's going to change everything. And
That's awesome.
so then he asked, for how many years you are giving mortgage? 20. No, it's too much. No more than 5. I told him, yeah, even 1 year, but
Wow.
your payment is going to be completely different. Oh, that's not a problem. So, and we finally made it for 5 years.
Wow. So
So-
what kind of payment are you getting?
They are paying $1,500 something, plus they pay tax, plus they pay insurance. It's just mortgage.
Wow. That's a better deal than you could have ever have imagined. Am I right?
Yeah, so it was very funny to us. So why you want them this way? But if they want, they want.
They want it. You were able to give it. That's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, so okay.
Wow. Wow.
Years.
Now that house you sold for $79, how much did you have in it?
So we bought it for 31, I believe, or
31.
31 or 32.
Wow.
And we did something to the house like for approximately like $800 outside, a loan, something like that, about $800.
Just
so
some
we had
landscaping.
in this house about 32,000, maybe 32 and a half.
Wow, that's great. That is great. And now you got $1,500 a month coming in, but they did work you down $900.
Yes, they did. They did. And so he told me when he negotiated, he told me, okay, so I'm going to put $6,000 down. Yeah, so it means that my mortgage is going to be on $73,000. Then like small hesitation, and he is asking, is it okay? Yes, not 73.9. Let's do 73.
Wow,
Even.
that is awesome.
Okay, I told him, listen, you're a nice guy, so looks like. So, yes,
Joseph,
you got it.
you are the man, the legend, and the myth, and I'm so proud of you. I mean, I know you just
You
told
guys
us
are
about
awesome.
a couple deals, but I know you guys are doing a lot of deals. Congratulations. Thanks for going
Thank
out there
you.
and making it happen and taking action.
Thank you, Larry and Kandas, and that's going to wrap up today's Bragg Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. For more information about what Larry and Kandas talked about on today's show, or to get a free investor's kit, call 877-LARRY-GO. That's 877-527-7946. You can also go to braggradio.com. Make sure to tune in every Saturday for Bragg Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. Larry and Kandas will show you how to invest in real estate and the many ways real estate creates the ideal investment here on News 1110 99.3 WBT.